Baby, I couldn't believe what I heard. Y'all come on in so we can talk about it because some on my lip. Okay, so I couldn't wait to get all hooked up to even come out here to talk about y'all. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Yes, I am. Can't believe what I heard. I thought this got to be some artificial intelligence here. I don't know how many of y'all were listening to the live a few minutes ago. But I'm going to give y'all a few minutes to come in because I want y'all to hear this. Good evening. Blessings to you. No peace still. But I'm all right, Shatika. I'm all right. Hey, Aqua Blue. What's good, baby? Everything looking up tonight. Ooh, Tangela, I'm glad you in here because you into politics, baby. Because you know I've been calling up that man every day and trying to talk to him. Well, tonight I need to call him up and ask him, did they tell you was going to get impeached or what changed y'all's mind? Y'all got to go back and hear that live. I need y'all to hear it for yourself. Because if y'all didn't catch his speech tonight, first of all, he done declared February the 11th, 2025 as Liberation Day. Did you hear what I just said? Today is Liberation Day. Wait a minute. What you saying, Tangela? You heard me earlier today, but you need to come back and hear me after I heard his live. He just went off and I just stopped listening to it. He was on live. The pen man. What's up? Who is this? Latasha, you in the building eating some of that tin roof? Girl, it's too late for me. That would add a roll here, roll that. We don't need no rolls. But anyway, hop on in here. So this is what he said, y'all. I don't know if them people told him, if you don't put that pen down, hey, Sting, we gonna impeach you. I don't know what they said to him, but I had to write me some notes so I could tell y'all what he said. Maybe he heard us over here. I don't know. So he read from the teleprompter tonight. He had been reading from no teleprompter. He actually had somebody to write the speech. It sounded intelligent tonight. Yes, baby. First of all, you know he been pushing them electric cars because of Elon. Not tonight. Tonight he said that, baby, the United States was going to drill for oil. That we had plenty of it. And that's what he's gonna do. Can you believe that? Do you know how much money that'll put into the economy? And then we start shipping our oil out of the United States over into foreign countries like they doing us. You know how the cost of gasoline could come down. He's starting to make a little sense. Now, whether he gonna do it or not, that's yet to be. We don't know that, okay? We gotta wait and see. But he said it to the American people tonight, okay? Then he said he's launching astronauts back into space again. They going to Mars. Okay. All right. I don't know what they going to do up there, but they going. Okay. He's bringing down prices. Did you hear what I just said? And of course, he had to add soon and very soon in record timing. It's about time that people don't have to be struggling over whether they want to eat or they want to take their medication. He's bringing back manufacturing. See, I was going to come out here and do a live about that manufacturing tonight. But I just so happened to go over there to see what he did today. So now he's bringing manufacturing back in. Because the live I was going to do today was going to tell him where we made our mistake was in the 80s. When we shipped all this stuff overseas because it could be made over there cheaper. But what we fail to realize is we saved money in this hand, but we lost money in this hand. So we really started trickling down. We didn't go up by doing that. We resourced out too much stuff and left America stripped bare walls. But according to him, he bringing manufacturing back. Do you know that a lot of people especially of color, made a lot of money in them steel mills in Gary, Indiana, including my Uncle John and Michael Jackson's dad, who worked together in that steel mill. Yeah, sure did. Well, he claimed he bringing them back. So we just got to wait and see how soon. But you know he gonna want it in there before he leave out of office, because he only got 4 years to do it. Now he said a lot tonight. Y'all got to keep up with all this stuff he said tonight. Then he said, what is he said? That we were a nation that was, as of today, we're starting a golden age as of today. United. Now, you know that ain't been his speech. Something happened, y'all. It may be months and Sundays before we find out, but whatever happened, it was a good thing. He talked so civilized today and so presidential and so American. I was like, whoa, is this really him? Unbelievable. Let me go up. Okay, let me see. Hey, Miss Carol. Hey, Desmond. Daniel, how you doing? Steve say she'll believe it when she see it. Well, he gave a lot of folks hope. That's all I can say, because I'm with you. And you know, I just want to see all this stuff he said. I got a list of stuff he said, girl, that was totally against what he was trying to do in the past few weeks. Something changed today. Liberation Day, February 11th, 2025. Okay, he will not forget our, was his key word, God, because of the assassination attempt, that God has saved him for a reason. Can y'all believe that? I'm telling you, I am stunned. What else? He did an about face today. That's what he did. Yes, he did. And talk with good sense, y'all. Don't believe me? Go see it for yourself. I'm sure it's going to be all over YouTube, all over the news, snippets of it, and everything. Taylor say he's a liar. Carol says she agreeing with Sting. And Tangela, a smoke screen. Let's get on with what he said then, because he said a lot, y'all. He said the golden age begins right now. Okay? So these are the things of the golden age that he wants on his legacy. Okay? The impossible is what we do as Americans. He said that we can triumph over everything and rebuild America. That it was one people. That's kind of different from the DEI, ain't it? But we are now, as of the day, one people, one family. Did y'all hear what I said? Okay. He was going to bring the nation back with unity. He praised the Black people and the Hispanic people who voted him in. Said he would not forget them. All right. Miss Archer say, is it possible that Elon, and Vance take a trip with the astronauts to the moon? It will make history and possibly lead them there. No, they going to Mars. He said the astronauts going to go to Mars. Now, I don't know why they going to Mars. Out of all the rest of them that's up there. But that's where he say the astronauts going to go. Now, I don't even know if the Space Center people up the street, they even know about this. But he said it, okay? He said, we will not be broken. And we will not fail. All righty, tighty then. He was going to build his military army and his men of the service back to where it was in 2017. Okay? Now, he got you, Miss V. No, I'm just bringing it to y'all. I just got excited hearing it. I'm like the rest of y'all. I want to see it, okay? Because I don't want to have to come out here and make no more presidential calls to him. I really don't. I really want to come out here and I really want to tell him thank you and congratulations. You did a great job. Because coming out here every day telling him what he doing that's messing up America and dividing us and having us struggling, that ain't fun. So at least it got me excited tonight. But I feel like the rest of y'all. I gotta see it to believe it. Okay? Those federal judges thinking that behind. That's possible, Miss Audrey. I don't know what happened, but something done happened, okay? Yeah. But you know, the truth will always come out. It'll always surface. So it's just a matter of time. Has he had an updated doctor's appointment? Girl, I don't know. New judges on his butt. Real bad, threatening jail time. I saw that thing. They did. They told him, you come back out here with that same stuff again. You done been out here twice. You going to jail. So maybe it's settling his head. I got to stop this mess. I ain't helping the economy. I can't go and get back no trillions of dollars and kill up everybody getting it. Because that's what he was getting ready to do. Yeah. He said we should dream boldly. I'm like, I've always dreamed bold. I don't need you to tell me how to dream. I've always dreamed bold. Okay? Don't believe him, sticking with it. She on it. Miss Carol said Miss V had a mock phone call with him early. I did. I'm just saying I did. And was going to have another one with him tonight. Until he came out here and I saw that live and I was like, wait a minute. Let me go tell the American people. I gotta keep y'all abreast of what he's saying, okay? And that's what I've been doing with the mock phone calls. Tonight, I'm just coming out here telling y'all what he said on live to the American people tonight, just in case you didn't see it. And then you'll be able to know, is he doing any of this stuff? I think he should be able to do a whole lot of this in 3 weeks. Just like he tried to tear things down in 3 weeks. By next month, we ought to see some big changes. One is prices coming down at the gas pump and in the grocery store. That we should see in 3 weeks. Okay, according to him. Okay, America first. That's what he said he campaigned on. And that's going to be the promise. Okay. The scales will be rebalanced. Don't y'all fall for that says thing? Maybe somebody broke down the Super Bowl halftime to him, told him what it really meant. Maybe they told him, you better not spend no millions, 10 millions of dollars going back down there and leave before it's over because you didn't go for the right reasons. No way. If you could just walk away from the game just like that and then treat both teams really ugly, you didn't do nothing for the Chiefs because they lost and you say you ain't doing nothing for Philly. That wasn't presidential. But anyway, he wanted America to be proud, prosperous, and free again. Well, that kind of told me when he said free, oh, so you know you put us in a struggle. You know you put them chains on our mind, if nothing else, okay? You put some chains on people's jobs and everything else, because everybody didn't keep their job in that federal government. They were kind of forced out. Bush babies, please tap that button and thank you. Hey, Jay, you have a wonderful day, too. He's a liar. Tell you say 2 times. He's signing things to destroy our seniors and our educational system. Okay, on the educational system, we send our babies to school every day to learn. And we're going to upgrade the educational department. But just last week, wasn't he trying to tear it down? I'm just telling you what he said tonight. I don't believe anything he says. Put another call in tomorrow morning. Okay, Miss Tangela. He's eggs in your face. Miss Carol said, I guess his McDonald's eating is kicking in. Something done kicked in. I don't know what. I think it's more so like what Sting said. Them people was talking about impeachment, Schumer, and then the federal judges blocking everything. The ones he put in there, Justice Roberts, all them folks, they blocking it left and right. So I guess, well, you ain't getting nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. And then there was supposed to be a congressional meeting with Elon. So, excuse me, y'all. So if they put Elon out of there and told him, you either get up in here and you be president that was elected to serve the people, or else you can go too. Somebody said something that snapped in his head, okay? He wasn't cocky tonight. None of that. You know, his usual turn to the side and do little gestures to the people out in the audience. And at one while, he turned all the way to the side. And I was like, well, what is that all about? I don't know. Hey, Miss Joy, how you doing this evening? Eating eggs is a special event at my house. Okay. Well, hopefully the price of the eggs will come back down where we can all eat as many as we want to with Easter coming up. Okay. And cook with them again. Because he was making it unaffordable. That's what he was doing. I don't know what's wrong with that man. But I'm just telling you what was said today, okay? Now, if I got to place another phone call, I ain't scared. I will place another phone call. $12 million of taxpayers' money. Is that the amount that he had to take from the taxpayers to go down there to the game? Just this weekend, one weekend. What's up, Frida? How you doing, sugar? I represent our educational union. He wants to destroy the educational system. That's what he been saying up until the night. Now he want to rebuild it. Okay? Like I say, go watch it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Tangela say Elon is the devil. And is. That's what was wrong behind him, because he wasn't that bad the first time around. He was just doing what that man said and thought he was going to get away with it. He ain't even smart enough to come up with all that stuff Elon was talking about. Not in your wildest dreams. I asked my minister, send him a box of anointed crayons. Let him know America has many nationalities of different races and treat us with respect. Trash that pen. And that's right. Miss Audrey got it in there. Get rid of it. Better. He's following his political constituents' directions. As long as they make sense, and everything he said tonight made good doggone sense. Because I think the Republicans in Congress and in the Senate were sick of him too. That was going to affect them just like it was going to affect everybody else. Them people ain't got the money he got sitting in there. No. And he was just overlooking them like they wasn't even there. Just signing. With that pen. There you go with that pen. Every day. Enough is enough. Maybe God really stepped in. Who knows? We'll see. Carol is laughing at you, Miss Audrey. Hey, Pierre, how you doing? He had military jets fly over our closed stadium. Everybody know the Superdome is in New Orleans is a dome. And he had them fly over several times. No one could see it was a waste of money. That was part of the taxpayers' money. But they done changed that name. It went from Mercedes-Benz Dome. The last time I was there, it had a new name Sunday up there. I forgot what it is now, what they calling it now. But they got another name up there. Slow Folks is in the building. Hey, how you doing, Slow Folks? So let's get on with whatever else he said. He said public health system is not delivering in America. Now, I agree with that. We pay way too much money not to have a better public health system, but he was going to take care of that problem. We were not going to be paying the kind of money that we're paying now and not having the services we need rendered. Now, I don't know how you're going to do all that. First of all, you got to go up against Big Pharma. I don't believe he's going to be able to do that. We'll see. Okay? I am good. Just coming in to get some acknowledged. Okay, Frida. So he said that he was going to give the people their freedom back as if he had taken it from us in his mind. I'm scared, Ms.V. You believing in him. I never said I believed in him. I said I'm bringing you, just like I brought you all of the negatives out here that he was doing. I'm bringing you the lie from what he just got through doing. I just said, Tangela, that I will believe it when I see it. I said it before Sting even put it in the chat. I don't believe in nothing these days until I see it on paper or I see it with my own eyes happening. Okay? Now, believe that. I ain't been around being stupid and going for the okie doke because you come out here and you say something. No, actions speak louder than words to me. Yeah. And I go by your actions. That's how I'm going to either deal with you or I'm not going to deal with you. So like I say, we just have to wait and see. But don't be scared. My little opinion of what he was doing wrong, it didn't even touch everybody because everybody didn't feel that way. Some people felt like, oh, because I looked at a poll and it said 70% of Americans believed he was doing a great job. That's over half. That was before the speech today. I saw that this morning. Yes, ma'am. So everybody didn't feel like I felt like he needed a phone call, like we need to discuss this. Now, I don't feel like he need a phone call tonight because we ain't seen none of it. Let's just wait and see. Good evening, Miss Sandra. Just checking in. Just got home from taking my granddaughters home. Okay, Miss Sandra. Slow folks, what you done come in here and said you ain't had no business now? You came in here real nice. Why y'all do it like that? What's up, Princess? Princess, did you happen to catch the speech over there in Canada? I'm bringing it to him. I'm just telling y'all what he said. Now, we ain't seen, he just said it. I just got off the live he was on. I don't know what time that live was taken today. Okay? But it was played just before I came out here to talk to y'all. So, he said American people have gone through a decline. Oh, he went back in history and talked about how patriotic the American people were and how they climbed mountains and they went through hot deserts and how they tilled in the field. And oh, he just went back and just gave the American people, our forefathers, all kind of accolades to come to this point. But what I remember was him going and tearing down for the last 3 weeks. And you think I'm going to come out here, Tangela, and believe it? No, I'm bringing it to you, what he's saying. Good or bad, I'm bringing it to you. And most of us in here want to wait and see. Or we don't believe you. One or the other. Because of his past actions just for the last 3 weeks or so. All of a sudden, you're going into the 4th week. Caesar Superdome. Yes, that's it, Miss Audrey. That used to be the Mercedes Dome back in 2011 when I went to the Super Bowl game. When the Ravens played the 49ers, it was the Mercedes-Benz. Yeah. Back to Pen Man. Okay. He said he was saved by God to make America great again. Now, that ain't the first time I heard that. He had said that back after he got shot. But look at what he came out here and did. But he said it again tonight. He talked about God twice tonight. He said that, and then we cannot forget our God. So he mentioned God twice tonight. So y'all remember that now, okay? This here is something that we're going to have to keep up with. All of this stuff that I'm telling you tonight. When are we going to see the changes? That's what we want to know. The first change, like I say, should be in the grocery store and at the gas pump. That'll put a lot of money back in the American people's pockets right there. Then you need to go for big pharma next with the medicine and them big ass hospital bills when you got to go to the hospital. All that 20% left. If they only covering 80%, you ain't got no supplemental to go along with it. You gonna have some money to pay, especially if it's something that's really, really crucial, like cancer, where they give you all that expensive medicine that don't cost. You think we the only people in the world have cancer, but do they pay the prices we pay? No, they do not. Hey, Miss Elaine. I was eating kind of late, but I was hungry. That's okay. Eat your food, baby. I already ate for the day. I'm good. Okay, what else did he say? This was Restoration Day, Liberation Day, Restoration Day, February 11th, 2025. I didn't say it. He said it. Ain't nothing I'm saying came from me. This came from him. What's up, Veronica? He always mentions God and never Jesus. I don't know what God he is referring to. And that might be something else too, because you can't go to God unless you go through his son. Am I right or wrong? Yeah. He really need to go back in there a few more times. And he got 2 Bibles. We know that for sure. Because the wife came up there with them 2 Bibles late. One was from his mother and one was a Lincoln Bible. And then he got Bibles out there for $59.95. Pick up some of them and start reading them. Preferably not yours. Okay? Then he said that today was a national emergency at the southern border. Well, you know, he campaigned on that. So that didn't shock me there. And he has been doing what he said he was going to do about that. I can't say he had been taking people out of here. Okay, because he has. But I also read something about him and the president of Mexico have already signed an agreement that she wants to keep her people in Mexico and he wants to keep them out of here. So it's some kind of agreement they had already come to. But he was acting like he was doing so much with that border wall. And I think it was because he did not finish it. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but that's just what I think. And then he called the people, the immigrants, aliens. That ain't his first time calling the people aliens either. He said he was returning the aliens back to which they came. Sting, when he undo everything he's done in the same amount of time, maybe I'll start to believe him. I ain't gonna believe him until he do everything he said today. And I tried to write quick little notes. And I probably missed a few things that he said. But I'm not going to begin to believe it until I see it. Okay? I got to go in the grocery store and I got to see them prices coming down. You know how Walmart used to roll back? I need to see them rolling back some prices up in them grocery stores. Then maybe I can believe you. I need to go to the gas pump and I need to see our highest right now is $2.65, I think I've seen in the Houston area. I need to see it come back down around $2 or less. If we go drill for our own oil here in America, we ain't going bringing no oil in from nowhere else. Why should it be so high? We got refineries all around us, thing, and you know it. From Pasadena all the way around to Texas City. And pipelines going out of here from everywhere underground. trucking it out all the time, taking it north. The gas we got here, why we don't have no Amoco refinery. We got an Amoco refinery, but no Amoco service station. They all north and east. I can't tell you about the West because I don't know about the West. Okay? God moves in silence and will deal with you accordingly. I promise you, it's only just begun, and there's more awakening and awareness coming. I believe that, Miss Audrey. Sometimes he got to let you go so far until you trip yourself up. When you don't know how to quit, then he'll step in. And whatever the consequences of your actions, you got to deal with them. That's why I don't do that kind of stuff. Because I know it ain't karma. It's the Lord. Yeah. You call it whatever you want to. When he step in, it's he's stepping in. Period. People don't know right from wrong. Twist and turn. Things that don't even need to be twisted and turned. Should just be grown enough to leave things alone, walk away, and be done with it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Veronica say facts. Tangela say, I live in Miami. I'm going to be quite quiet because the Cubans done took over. But Tangela, has he bothered to get any of them out of there? You know, they just next door across the water. Has he taken them back home? Because I've never been to Cuba, but I have girlfriends that have been over there. And the pictures and things that they brought back in the videos, it looked like I Love Lucy days. Them people still riding around in them 1950 cars. And the places look like old. Nothing's modernized about it at all. It was clean. The streets and everything was clean. Wasn't a dirty place. But the places they went where they took the pictures. But I was shocked. I did not see any new cars over there and no American cars over there that were new. Everything was back in the day, riding in convertible tops. Mm-hmm. Miss Carol is agreeing. Sting said exactly. Big Corp got a lot to do with it. Also, Target stores are, hold on, empty and the board members are mad. The last time I went in Target, it was the beginning of Black History. Remember I came out here and told y'all they used to have the Black History stuff up front. They had it pushed way back in the back of the store. You went to some grocery stores. Lakin went to some grocery stores. I've gone to some grocery stores and the shelves were not stocked. They just had a minimum of stuff up there. And when we went for Super Bowl Sunday, there's a new HEB. I don't know if you know about this thing, but it's up 45. Up near El Dorado. Sit back on the, if you're going up, it's on your right-hand side. Baby, them stores was full. And them people was mad up in there because there wasn't no whole lot of food up in that big old store. They just got finished with it. It ain't been open but a couple of months. I'm living in a hotel until my home gets finished and the staff of Mexicans has dwindled down and staff has changed. Because a lot of them are out of here, Veronica. And that's usually who has been your people who worked in hotels, especially in the cleaning department. And that's who worked for him. If you went in Trump Towers or you went anywhere into his buildings, that's who worked for him. Yeah. And a lot of them people who worked building, if he chose not to pay them, he didn't pay them. What could they do? They ain't have money to sue him. They ain't have no money to pay no lawyer. Walk off and go try to make up the difference. You in Alabama, Veronica? Okay, so that's across the South. Just Andrea. Hi, here by the way of Angela. Well, thank you, Andrea, for coming in. Thank you, Angela. Please like, share, and subscribe. Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Everybody's welcoming you to the chat. We are very friendly chat over here, very respectful. TY, Tangela was inviting Angela. Keep spreading the news. TY, thank you, thank you. And Tangela shared. Thank you, Tangela. I appreciate you. Okay, everybody, please tap the like button. Wilk is in the building tonight. Wilk, did you happen to see the President of the United States speech tonight? How he has done a about face in one day. Address the American people. Hey, Tasha, how you doing? Yeah. So that's what I was telling them about. Unbelievable. Wilk, he sounded presidential. Tangela thinks I believe him, but that just goes to show Tangela really don't know me. I believe it when I see it, especially when his actions have changed and done an about face like from yesterday, from this morning even. I had a mock phone call with him, and then I went to see what he had done today, and this is what he has done today. Oh, you didn't get home till 6? And Andrea is saying, no, I haven't. But baby, you're going to be just as shocked as me. You sure are. Because I'm looking like maybe this is some robot that Elon created here, artificial intelligence or something. Because I know that ain't the same man that's been cutting amok for 3 weeks and trying to take everything possible from us. Couldn't be. But like I told Tangela, I had to come out here tonight and tell what he said today. Just like when he come out here signing all these executive orders and I have to pick up my phone and give him a little phone call and stuff. Well, I had to do the same thing tonight. I had to bring the news. But yeah. The catch and release program is over. Now it's more like catch and send them home. Okay? That's the new plan from here on. Well, we already seen that. So we know he doing that. And then he came back with the aliens again. They weren't immigrants, they're aliens, okay? So he's returning the aliens back to which they came. His words, not mine. Ms.V, we're celebrating Valentine's this week, having a drink, and I had to have a drink behind this lie. Well, come on, baby, you can have a drink if you want to. You a grown woman, making your own smoneys. And if you want to have a drink tonight, you can have a drink tonight, any night you choose to. Yeah, I'm sure by now we all know how much we can drink. And we don't want to come out here and be nothing but ladies. That's it and that's all. We're not town drunks. Okay? Then he talked about the cartels. That they, as of today, are going to be foreign terrorists. He went back to some bill, telling you probably know about this bill. I don't know nothing about this bill. Some bill about, what year was it? 1798. That was signed into law. This bill, he went back and got it. And he said that that bill was re-signed by him today to eliminate all cartels and aliens. Now, I ain't had time to go research that bill, so I don't know if that's fact or not. Because we know who's talking out here now, okay? Don't forget who was talking tonight, okay? I had to stay late at work because it was optional parent-teacher conferences, and we did it at a grade level. Teams, not necessarily individuals. I get it, okay? And Ms. Audrey is thanking you for teaching our youth. And I'm thanking you because you're not only teaching them, but you are special needs teacher also. And that's a special talent and a special gift. And everybody can't do it. And everybody ain't got it like that. You got to have patience. You got to have a whole lot of stuff. Enough sleep. You cannot go in there tired fooling with them. Because you never know what they're going to do. Okay? So he ended it by saying that he was going to bring down the rapid cost of inflation very soon. Now, he didn't put no date on it. Okay, so we got to go by what he said. But we should see some changes here this spring. If you can do all that stuff you did in 3 weeks, and I know you had already planned all that, that was in the project book. But you can undo a lot of stuff that you did. Well, most of it, they gonna just let it go anyway because it already blocked it. So ain't nothing you can do about it because you was doing stuff illegally. And apparently them people told you better stop. You want to keep that executive office and all that new furniture. Did y'all know he totally redecorated the White House and made it back to basically the same office that he had when he was in there in 2017 with all them big old long drapes coming from the ceiling to the floor. New furniture. He didn't even keep the same desk Biden had. Everything brand new. I think that was a little waste of taxpayers' money too. Wouldn't you think? It was something about a bell also that he had when he was in there the last time. We could ring the bell and they would bring him whatever he wanted. Biden removed the bell off of the desk he had. When he brought in a new desk, he put the bell back on there. What that tell you? He used the servants. T, can you please give all Social Security recipients an extra $200 starting next month? And thank you. Really, I think we deserve more than that. Do you know how many years it was before we got a little raise, Miss Audrey? Now, I didn't start mine until 66. Remember, I told you I missed that first year. Not really looking into it, just listening to what people were saying. You missed that 65 mark if you want to. Just count that whole year, whatever you were going to get as a loss, because you're never going to get it back. Waiting to get $100 or $150 more each year, if it's that much. It's never going to equal up to that year you missed. Better try to look at it and see what it is right now, because they done changed some things since I got on it. They don't even change now up to, I believe it's 70 years old before you can retire. Full retirement in a whole lot of places. You got to just keep up with the laws, because when you got folks like him in there, baby, they could change from hour to hour, minute to minute. We've already seen that. But I think we need a little bit more than that, because I think the cap should be more than what it is myself. You work and you make the money and you pay in all those years. Let's just say you make a 6-digit income most of your career. The cap is never going to be more than like $3,800. That's for life until they get them little raises. And most of the time, you don't see much of a little raise, because every time they give you a little raise, what do? Take Medicare up, and you don't see it. And you got to keep looking at insurance policies every time and having them people worry you all year long, calling you from every state in the United States. Let's see. Inflation is the rate of things getting more expensive. And if you lower the inflation rate, things don't get cheaper. They get more expensive slowly. Yeah. And you could bring that tax rate down some too, back to where, people wouldn't have to pay so much when they go and buy houses and when they buy cars and all that. Perfect, good credit. But you just got it too high. It didn't have to be that high. And you talked about tonight them other presidents that did that wasteful spending. Well, what was that this weekend? What was that when you had to take all the furniture out the White House and put it all new in your office? That wasn't wasteful. And I'm sure there's a whole lot of other things we don't know you've done. He has a special button to push for his Coke to be brought to him. Okay, Miss Carol. I didn't know what he was bringing to him, but he need a Coke like I need a hole in my head. I can't with him. But anyway, I knew it was a button, a bell, or something he had that he had put on that last desk in 2017 when he was up in there. And I just started my Social Security 3 years ago. Okay. And it was all right when I first started mine because it was just before the pandemic. And then the pandemic hit, and then everything started going up, and it has not gone back down since then. It was like everybody was price gouging because they could. Okay, yes, I retired at 67. My full retirement age. When I retired, mine was 65. And I should have taken it at 65. And all I had ever heard was 66 and a half was the ideal. And something just made me go up in there that day. Because I went back, I know what it was. I had gone to the Social Security office in Baltimore, and they will print out you a 10-year projection of what you are estimated to get. And I ran across that, getting stuff out to do the income tax. And I looked at it, and I said to myself, this is all I'm going to get. If I wait till 70, it's going to be basically the same. And the cost of living is steady going up. I took myself right on up in there that day. Signed up. And then it went up after my husband died because he had more than me. So I went to his instead of on mine. And that's why when people be talking about dating and all of that, we can date all you want to, but you'll never put a ring on this finger, nor will you marry me. And I lose his, which is $800 more than mine. That's for life. That's $800 every month for life you lose, okay? Plus whatever little raises that went along with it. Not me. I ain't raised no fools. They could have a zero cost for Medicare if they wanted to. Other countries doing it. Canada's medical care is much better and much cheaper than ours. I said on another live, why don't they just go cross the border, take a look at what they doing over there, and model the program and bring it over here? Since you're trying to make Canada a 51st state, it must have something to offer us. Why would you want it if they didn't? I bet you they ain't in the debt we in either. And they fought back. Said, drop that tariff if you want to and watch us raise these prices on you. And the American people will pay for it. Not just the poor people. Everybody got to eat. Everybody driving a car got to go get gas. So now he wants to drill for oil all of a sudden. Oh, we got plenty of oil reserves. Plenty of them. That was no demand. We could have been drilling for the last 20 years and still have plenty of oil. He know it. But nobody promised to do that. Why? I don't know. My husband had to work a few months past his 67 retirement age. Okay? It was probably when he started, Miss Carol. So it's 67 now. Okay? We'll say, but that doesn't mean things will get cheaper. According to him, he's bringing the price of inflation down. That was what he said tonight. Okay? He didn't say how he was going to do it. He just promised the American people he was going to bring it down. Now, we got to live and see if this man told any truth, a part of the truth, some of the truth, or none of the truth. Time will tell. Did he give the furniture to needed families? Who knows? Needed families. That probably was the furthest thing from his mind. People need to get informed. Yes, they do. You need to keep up with what he's saying and doing, whether it's good or bad. You know, I hear on my phone talking to him every day about all that other craziness he had going on. So I came out here to talk to y'all tonight about what he done promised the American people now. And it ain't nothing like yesterday or 3 weeks ago for that matter. The furniture is probably in storage or going to museums. Who knows? And that would be nice for it to go to the museum. I mean, you got the Smithsonian's right there. 2 blocks and blocks of them. Put it in there so the people can see. Because they might not be making desks like that. And where we move in 10 years from now. Okay? Your desk might be artificial intelligence, the whole desk. Might not need a desk for all we know. Might be like a old typewriter from back in the day. You very rarely even see one anymore. Do us a favor. Just say, I'm sorry. Yes, vote machines had some help. And call VP Harris. He came out, I'm telling you, presidential night, he addressed everybody that was there and called her VP Harris. He did that. That's what made me snap. I was like, this can't be for real. Not what I'm seeing. This got to be a joke. No. They showed the room tonight. Sure did. Hey, Alex. Bree, okay, just shave it. What? Thank you, Miss Audrey, because I thought that was my Alex. Okay. And then he talked about the massive overspending was the reason why things went so high. Well, I had a hard time believing that because look what he spent in 3 weeks. Even moving expenses, I'm sure, was taxpayers' money. So I don't know about that because we've had presidents that went in there and didn't spend no money doing nothing to the White House. Carter was one. They just moved in there. That's it. And I'm sure you've had other presidents that did that also. And then the last thing he said was today is going to be the National Energy Crisis Day. It's the start of the golden age, a new beginning for the American people to come back together again. And I'm looking like, wait a minute. You just tried to separate us and take us back to the fields. We ain't never been in the field. I ain't anywhere. My daddy was a farmer. I ain't never picked no cotton. I'd never be able to tell that lie a day in my life. Or chopped a row either. No. He either hired people out there. He really didn't want his children out there. We never even had a job coming up. If we got a job, it was after we left his house. Never took us a day out of school. None of that. None of my siblings can't come out here and tell you that. Or my nieces or anybody who come in the chat who know me. But I saw him trying to do that. Well, people was going to have to really make a choice of going back to those days when they had to hire people. Because he took all the migrants away. Aliens, he called them. Who going to pick the fruit? The people go plant the fruit and pick all the fruit and then have all the fruit shipped too. It's still going to be some problems, okay? T's wife wasn't at the game, but that was his daughter with him. Okay, but why was such a big deal made out of Michelle Obama not coming to Carter's funeral? But when she didn't go to the game with him, I ain't heard no big to-do about that. See how the scales of justice are unbalanced. They only come together when they move it up or down. And that's a split second. Okay? A nanosecond problem. I don't get that. I don't. But he's got more problems on his hands than he think about it. When I sit back and I look at that whole thing that he did last night and what he has been doing, you divided America in 3 weeks. Now you got to bring it back together, and it ain't gonna happen overnight because you brought out a lot of racism in America. And I was sitting back earlier today and I saw some man, I guess he's a comedian, and he was saying, if he was a Native American living here in America, when Columbus sailed all them times with the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, lost his way, and then jumped up here and threw down a flag time he discovered America. First of all, the man said he would have never got off the boat. He'd have told him, we already here. You ain't discovered nothing. Don't you get off that boat. And I thought about that, and I was like, you know what? If them Indians had been really, really smart, that's probably what he should have said, especially when they saw all them Africans on that boat and how the living conditions on them boats. They had some replicas that came to Galveston back in the 90s. And just going and looking at those replicas of those boats, it was horrible conditions. A lot of venereal diseases, a lot of everything came on over on those boats. Hungry, starving people, just chained up, little cages, all kind of stuff. It was hard for me to look at. And them people made that journey. And look at how many times he tried before he made it. People been through too much for all that. Sting said, I don't trust him at all. Look what happened to the people that did trust him. Yeah. Then I guess he called himself making up for the people that went down there to the Capitol, but I let them out. But some of them people wasn't no good from the beginning because they right back in jail. Because they caught this one here that they was looking for in Houston. I think it was Friday or Saturday. He back in jail. Because Houston called Colorado and told them to do not let that man out of jail. They let him out. He came back to Houston. He back in jail again in Houston. So I know it's 2 of them back in jail. Maybe more than that. Audrey, didn't he say Elon helped him win with the voting machines? Yeah, he said that. He sure did. And then I read this morning and told y'all Elon spent $250 million on the campaign. What was it for? He had to buy some votes. People outside that polling booth to go in there and vote for him. It is no way he could have got that far ahead of that lady. No way, Jose. It was too neck and neck. And then all of a sudden he just did a jump and he was president. There's some shady stuff went down. Sure is. Yes, ma'am. I'm glad they got him. Yeah, they got him, Sting. But anyway, y'all, my hour was just about up, but I want to come out here and tell y'all what I had heard tonight. Well, what I had heard was, Tangela, fear not, baby. I ain't been around here 70 plus years being a dummy, okay? I wouldn't have never made it this far in life. I believe it when I see it, especially when I've already seen your betrayal. Can't trust you no more. Really don't even want to be around you. Don't want to hear nothing you got to say. But in this case, he is the man in charge. Let's see. Everyone tell a friend, bring a friend to chatting with Ms.V, where inspiration, motivation, and education is discussed on a daily basis. We also have humor over here. It wouldn't be me if it wasn't. Look to see you tomorrow. Talk to you later. Thank you, Miss Audrey, for that great message. This will end my life. Thank y'all for hitting that like button. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you good people tomorrow. Have a great night in spite of it all. Be blessed.